Hi, I'm Kila.
And I'm Ashley.
And we met on TikTok.
2 trailers, 1 park.
And we were raised by 2 mother hustlers.
I raised my mama.
Oh my gosh, I did too.
Well, let's talk about that. We can talk shit about our moms, but no one else can. Welcome back, bitches.
Welcome back. We are here with BJ and W.
That's right. Barbara Jean and Wanda in spirit in these chairs right beside us.
Oh, God, if they were here. My mom, if she grew up in this era with all the social media and all, we'd be millionaires.
Would she have OnlyFans?
Absolutely.
Barbara Jean was too proud.
And I know. My mom would be only fanning her feet, her boobs, her whatever.
I get it. Like, hustle. Barbara Jean was too modest. I'm like, bitch, get us some money. Go get us a check. The hell? And she was like, can't do it. And I'm like,
she would have been the pinup for OnlyFans.
Right. Wow. So she could have been on like Grannies and Fatties.
Oh, she wouldn't do that because then it said Granny and Fatty.
Oh, yeah.
Hell, I got her a mother's ring one year for Mother's Day, and she got mad at me because I put me and Cole and Emily in it. She's like, people are going to think I got 3 kids.
Wow.
I'm like, Mama.
The cramp her style.
I know.
That's great.
Yeah.
She did look really young, though.
Yeah, she had good genes.
Yeah.
She did. She had some good genes.
Barbara Jean was a beautiful woman, but in her later years, she wore pajama pants, boxer shorts to the store. And I'm like, Mom, you understand those are male underwear. And she's like, yeah, but I'm wearing them as shorts. I'm like, yeah. But that doesn't.
It changes if you wear the shorts.
She wore a shirt one time. I cannot remind. Oh, it was so funny. She came to the shop where we were working, and she was like, hey, I'm going to clean y'all's station. She would come up there and clean our stations for like $10-$20. And she's cleaning the station. I'm like, Mom, what's on your shirt? And it was supposed to be, she was like, oh, I think it's a Chinese restaurant in Dixon. And I was like, that's a sexual, it was supposed to be Chinese, but all of the menu items were sexual positions. And she had wore this all day to the grocery store. And I was like, Mom, that's actually, it was hilarious. Then one time she wore one that said, let's go camping at Naughty Pines. And she thought it was an actual campsite. And she was like, I was like, Mom, that says Naughty Pines. And she's like, yeah, it's like naughty, because of the woods. I'm like, no. Your shirt says I went camping at Naughty Pines. So bless her heart. She had no idea. She was like, oh, I like the colors of it. I'm like, Lord, you done been around this small town with your sex acts on your back of your shirt, but whatever. So yeah, I still have, Hagen brought down a shirt yesterday that said, do you still want this? It says 1999 cheer competition, Oakdale High School. And I said, yeah, that's my mom's shirt. And he was like, where did she get it? I was like, I have no idea, but she wore it all the time.
Oh,
and it
funny.
had pom-poms on it. And I don't even know where Oakdale High School is, but somebody had gave it to her, and she wore the shit out of it. So I still keep it because I wore it when I was skinny.
I know. I still got all kinds of stuff from my mom.
That's funny.
Like, it took me forever to start finally getting rid of it. Because, like, it went from her house, from her room, and my stepdad to the spare bedroom of their house, and then like 3 years later to clean it out, and then it went to my garage because I wasn't getting rid of any of it.
Yeah.
But now I've started, probably the last year, letting
my daughter keeps going through it because she likes all those like vintage clothes, and there's no telling what mom. But almost every item of clothing has like a burn mark in it where she dozed off and dropped her cigarette. So it's like there's a pair of Adidas sweatpants in there. It's got a burn hole in it. I'm like, that was our life, Aniston. I would be like, no, that's not ours if it didn't have a burn hole in it. If Mom hadn't gnawed it out and burned something, then I'd be like, no, that must not be ours. It must be somebody else's.
Oh my gosh, when Cassie first got out of prison, she had a pair of my mom's jeans that she wore all the time.
Wow.
And she has to still have them, but I mean, she had to rub that shit. I mean, they had to have holes between the thighs because she didn't take them off.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah. And so I hadn't seen them in a minute.
I remember those days when I could wear jeans comfortably. Now it's like a special occasion, like today. Oh, I'm a leggings type girl. Anyways.
Oh, not me. Not me. So what did you do for this summer? You went to Universal.
Yes, that was in September.
You went to the beach.
No.
No?
No, I didn't go to the beach. I went I went to Biloxi and to New Orleans for Aniston's thing. Yeah, I did do that. And you had your 50th birthday.
I did.
I had my 40th birthday this summer.
Oh, well, aren't you good?
I know. I'm so young.
I mean, I fell today at 50. I fell.
Oh, dear God. Did you crack a hip?
No, but it's like my damn ankles just weren't there. I didn't have feet for a minute.
Oh.
I don't know where they went. I got up from the chair and.
Do you feel 50?
I did today.
Oh, yeah. Elderly. Well, you do have a bad ankle, though.
Yes. So I've turned 50. I had a hemorrhoid.
Right. That you had to get help with from TikTok.
Well, yes. Another one after that
one.
Oh,
another one.
Yes. So since being 50.
Well, you have a hemorrhoid all the time called Brian.
I do, yeah.
Do you name your hemorrhoids?
No, but I should.
You should, yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And then I hurt my ankle, and then I fell. I'm like, damn, 50 has sucked.
Yeah. Yeah, I have toddlers, so some days I feel 25, and then some days I feel like I'm their great-great-grandmother. Like in yesteryear, we didn't do these things. But I think I'm more laid back now that I'm older with them. My kids are like, you would have never let us get by with this. I'm like, yeah, thanks to Prozac, I don't really give a damn. They're not hurting themselves or tearing my shit up, or let them do it. Whatever.
I know. You missed Dixie and I's birthday party. We had a birthday party together.
I did. I don't have a babysitter. I need like a stand-in babysitter. I don't have one.
We told you to bring them to Tom.
True. They're real clingy, though. They probably would have clawed his eyeballs out. Yeah. They're really
We had it at a hotel. We could have just put them in a room.
We could have, yeah.
Cassie had a room there.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, she did.
Did you have a good time?
I did. I did.
Trent
came, yeah.
Did Tom?
Came. No, Tom didn't come. He had other things to do.
I understand. Me too.
Yeah.
Stay home with babies.
That was like the third or fourth party that I was partied out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You have like a lot of parties?
My daughter did a lot of parties.
Oh.
She did. My husband took me on a date night. I don't know that we've done that in the last 35 years we've been together.
Oh, really?
I'm just kidding. Like, he really took me on a date, opened the door.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hagen does not do that. You
son
of a bitch. You have hell to pay. We don't go anywhere.
Got me jewelry. We don't do that either.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, it was sweet. He was very sweet. It lasted for a whole day.
Nice.
Yeah.
And he is 48?
49.
49.
Yeah. And then what did we do the next day? Oh, and then Emily had me a surprise party at our friends. We had a cookout.
Oh.
Saturday, and then Sunday we had a bowling party.
Oh.
With the family. Yeah.
Wow, you're really popular.
And then we come back and had the big party.
Nice.
Yeah. So
yeah, that would be it. That's a lot of partying.
Yeah, my daughter did really good. She made it really special.
Aw.
Way to go,
That's
Emily.
Good. I don't remember what I did on my. I remember I went out to eat with my sister, but I don't remember anything. Did I come here?
Yeah. You were here for your birthday.
On my birthday day?
I don't know if you were here on your. No.
I don't know either.
No, you weren't. Because we would have had a party.
That's right. But anyways, yeah, that's what we've done this summer. Nothing.
Yeah. Oh, and then
nothing.
Cassie's fiance died.
Oh, yes.
Mr. RJ.
R.I.P. RJ.
I know.
We're so sorry about that. That was a that was an automobile accident, motorcycle.
Yeah, motorcycle accident.
Yes. And he was only 46.
47, 46, 47.
Wow.
I know. It was sad. It was very unexpected.
Yes, that's very.
Y'all,
life
and
is so
poor
short.
RJ, I was so mean to this man when him and Cassie first met because.
Have you changed your ways since then?
Being mean?
Yeah.
Probably not. No.
Okay.
I mean, now I will tell you, I will never ever judge a book by its cover again.
Yes.
Because
Good for you.
he was really trying to he was really getting his life together.
Yeah.
You know, because he had been in prison, and so I wasn't a big fan because Cassie picked him up, and she never come back.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden she's bringing this guy in that was tattooed up, and I'm like, what the hell?
Mm-hmm.
You know, looked like he just come straight from the gang.
Right.
And but he had a really hard life, and he had been in prison off and on for many years, and didn't have any family, but he wanted to be part of our family so bad.
And you didn't accept him.
No, I was kind of judgy and mean.
Yeah.
You know.
You'll do better next time, though.
But he grew on me.
Yes, because you said he was like a ST, or like a hemorrhoid, or
I said he was like herpes. That was my last conversation. I was like, he called me on my birthday, and he always would say sis, and I would be like, I'm not your sister, I'm Cassie's sister. Quit calling me your sister.
Evil bitch.
I know. And when we were getting off the phone, and he was like, love you, sis, and I was like, aw. And I was like, RJ, you've kind of grew on us. We didn't want you. You won't go away. You're like damn herpes. Y'all keep popping up.
That's funny.
But,
bless it.
Yes. So, and then he passed away that Sunday. It was horrible.
That's a damn shame.
I know. And so we were all really just, I feel horrible. I mean, I still feel bad.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I've mourned him.
No, I think that was probably
his, like, my gosh,
the best way you could, probably from his lifestyle, that was probably the best way you could have accepted him into the family is, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, when I think he come out of prison and he worked a lot with Cassie. Cassie, she's like Miss Captain Save-A-Ho. I mean, she's trying to save everybody that's ever been to prison and get them jobs and make them do better.
Because she's been there, yeah.
Yes. So she wants to help everybody. So he come out and he had Cassie as a support who's done super well.
Right.
I mean, she's come out, bought a house, bought a new car. I mean, she works her ass off.
Yeah.
So he was scared to try to get a job. He worked with her for a little bit, but it's like he was scared to get out there and try to get his own job. And I think because he had all the tattoos on his face and he was scared of the rejection.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he had gotten a job with a union. He was a welder and was doing great. And you could tell a difference in him. His confidence had gone up.
Right.
He had a little pep in his step. And he was proud of himself.
Yeah.
And so we were proud of him. So, he had really done so good. And so
I think when you come out of prison like that, it's so hard to adapt to the everyday life because you don't have somebody telling you your every steps, your every moves, this is what you do. And then it's almost like being thrown out as like a 15-year-old and going, good luck. And then you're like, well, shit, what am I supposed to do? You've been telling me what to do for X amount of years or whatever. And now all of a sudden I have to make my own decisions. And obviously I'm not really good at making decisions because I ended up in prison. So it is very difficult, I think, for people to come out and get their life back on track. So when you do, like, it's a damn shame that he passed away.
Yeah, because he really was doing it.
Like that.
And I would almost get mad, like, people would meet him. They're like, oh, my God, we love RJ. And I'm like,
right.
Because I'm like, no. But, Cassie, to me, I was like, she never had a good example of a dad.
Right.
And so she's just settling. And she's the man of the family. I mean, she ain't never going to let no man wear breeches that she's ever with.
Right.
But, I don't know. I do. I feel nobody should ever judge a book by its cover because he was a good guy and he just wanted love. He wanted to be accepted, and
it literally usually slaps me in the face if I do judge a book by its cover. Or one time, and this hasn't got anything to do with RJ, but one time I was at work and I was so irritated and somebody pulled up and I said, what the hell do they want? And they walked in, they were like, I was just bringing y'all $50 a piece for Christmas. Like, randomly, and I'm like, that is God saying, bitch, get in line.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, that's what I needed because I was so irritable, and I was like, I don't want to do any more haircuts. And then all of a sudden they come in and they're like, I just wanted to bless you for Christmas. And I'm like, oh, thank you, Jesus.
And I was like, why was I so mean? Because I should have, if you want to be a part of this family, I should have been like, well, okay, because I mean, hell, who wants to be a part of this craziness?
Yeah.
But he did. But I did a little tribute to him and his family. We actually got to meet his son. He come in for the celebration of life, who was so sweet and such a good little guy. And, and I hate it for him because he didn't have his dad most of his life. But but his family in California, they all, after I did that tribute, I think they had heard RJ tell him that he was doing good.
Yeah, but you don't believe people.
Seen like he was actually with not that we're normal folks, but doing normal things and hanging out with normal people or semi-normal people.
Right.
And they were like, oh,
Yeah. And well, that's cool that they got a peace of mind at the end.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of fathers, I'm actually friends with my dad again.
Oh, good.
We're friends. Yeah. We speak like every day.
I didn't know y'all weren't friends for a minute.
Oh, yeah.
At Father's Day, you took him out to the hibachi.
That was the beginning of our friendship. And that's how you have to, like, word it with him is like.
Oh, my gosh. We've not even told y'all. We are like kin somehow.
Oh, yeah.
We are like family.
Yeah. She texted me this name, and she said, do you know this person? And I said, yeah, that's my stepmom. And she's like, well, my husband's aunt cousin knows her because they live beside each other, and we won't mention names, but she said, so I text my stepmom and I'm like, do you know Mr. Beal? And she's like, yeah, that's Earlene's husband. Now listen, this is no disrespect to Miss Earlene because I remember Miss Earlene because that was my grandparents' house that they lived beside.
Uh-huh.
I said,
was
wait,
it a duplex?
No, she lived in a duplex, but they had a full house that was right beside it.
Okay.
So I said, wait, Arlene was the one that had webbed feet, right? Or she had missing fingers? My stepmom said, no, she had webbed feet and her grandson had missing fingers. I said, I can't even remember my middle name, but I remember that Arlene had webbed feet and something about some missing fingers. She said, yeah, her grandson was born with missing fingers. I'm like, why does my brain work like that?
Well, mine does too.
And like I can remember the most random. I love that woman.
I don't know what Mr. Bill's wife's name was.
Arlene.
Oh.
And she was precious. She was my granny's best friend because they lived right next door to each other.
Yeah, see, I don't know. We'll have to get all this confirmed with Mary.
Okay. But that's what I asked my stepmom, and she said that. But now he may have remarried. Mr. Bill may have remarried.
Yeah, Mr. Bill was a G.
Okay.
I mean, now
Arlene died like in early 2000s.
Yeah,
or
I knew
late
his wife had been dead for a long time, and they had one daughter.
And her son must have had missing fingers. Sorry about that. Why I remember that.
They had one daughter and then 2 grandsons, because the grandsons didn't come and see him. I don't know what he was with them, but I was a little irritated that.
Well, her and my grandmother would smoke cigarettes and talk about flowers and stuff. Because it's my step grandmother, but they treated me like
loved him some flowers.
Yep. Well, we're not really related, but we know people who like.
Are you talking to us, Tom? Talking, Tom? We can't hear you.
We're not actually related, but we know. I guess we know people that know each other.
Yeah, we're not really related, but it's a small world.
It is a small world because although you probably think that we live right next to each other, we don't. Like I'm from an hour and a half away from Kila, like where I was raised and where she's raised, and then the people that we're talking about were an hour from both of us. So it's not even like
they were in Antioch,
right? So it's not even like close that she would know people. It's so weird.
Yeah, but that was like because she was talking about you because she was like, oh, Ashley and
Jessica.
Yeah, I can't even remember her name.
That's okay.
Yeah, she was like, I mean, their stepmom. I know their stepmom, and I was like, shut up.
Yep.
And then she was talking about Jason DeFord, which is Jelly Roll. If anybody don't know that, it's Jelly Roll, and his mama, how she had helped them out.
Yeah,
like with a stepsister. Like, I guess.
Well, if you really think about it, like Nashville wasn't that big back. You know, like if you're a native of Nashville, a lot of people knew each other. Like my dad still lives in the same community in Nashville that he's in Bordeaux that he's always lived in.
My nana did too. See, my nana was up there in the middle. She was up on J Street in the middle of all the.
Yeah, and they all know. They're like, oh, that's the McCord house, and that's the whatever, and they all know each other. And I'm assuming it's the same way with those people. But I just from being from a small town, I just assume like Nashville, no one knows anybody because
me too.
I would have never thought that you would have known somebody that I knew or vice versa. But small world.
Small world.
And we have connections.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we said. We said like, oh my God, we're connected. Like we're probably related. I'm like, our stories are so similar that there's no telling if we did. We actually have done DNA, but like they're somewhere down the line, I'm sure paths have crossed and we could be freaking related somehow. Or there could have been a chance that we would have been related, because, somebody.
Well, like Sister Susie lives in Nashville, the oldest sister of all of us. And she was adopted and or lived in Franklin her whole life. So we've probably like crossed paths and didn't even know.
That's insane.
I probably was looking at her like, bitch, move.
Right.
Yeah. And but then my uncle lived in Nashville, the biological dad's brother.
Yeah.
He lived in Nashville. And I mean, his sons were good looking. One of them, I was like, hell, I would have dated him.
I lived in Nashville when I was 5. Mom was in jail for like 8 months, so we had to live with Dad. It was not a good time. And my mom sent me back to live with my dad in Nashville when I was 13, and I had to go to Nashville school, which to me is like an inner city school. And so it was hell, and I got bullied, and I've never been bullied in my life because, I've always been in a small town, and even though we switched schools, like it was still small town, still knew everybody, their parents partied with my parents, you know what I mean? Like everybody was poor, so, who cared? But when I moved to Nashville, I freaking hated it. The girls that lived on my street didn't go to my school because we were lying about where we went because, the bad school systems, and I didn't know nothing about any of that. And I lived with my dad for like 6 months, and it was horrible. I never did fit in because we didn't have as like, it wasn't as stereotypical in our school. Like everybody was like, I mean, you would have like people who were like country, and then, but there it was like you were grunge, a thug, or beautiful, which I was none of the three. So like, because I didn't get like the name brand. They all had starter jackets, and I didn't get a name brand starter jacket. I got mine from Walmart, and it was a Charlotte Hornets, and I didn't even know I didn't know if that was basketball, football. I just liked the colors of it because it was like teal and purple. So I go to school thinking like I'm going to fit in, and they're all like, that's not starter. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. And so it was horrible. So my idea of Nashville is like, it's this huge place. Yeah. It's New York City. I mean, it might as well be New York City. So I still, as an adult, still feel like that about Nashville. So anytime someone knows somebody, like I told you that my best friend, one of my best friends, biological dads, was my dad's best friend. And this friend lives in a totally different town from us. And like, what is the odds that my dad's best friend from Nashville is my best friend's biological father? Like, what are the odds of that? Like, that's just so. Yeah. But sometimes I feel like that's like a God wink. You know what I mean? Like, it all happens like that for a reason.
Well, Dixie and I, so two of her best friends are best friends with two of my best friends.
Really?
So we're just like a step away from each other.
Wow.
Our whole life.
So y'all were so close, yet so far away.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
That's
I'm like,
so
how
crazy.
How do you know Kristen? And she's like, how do you know her? And I'm
right.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, so it's crazy. But yeah, it could have happened. My son could have ended up dating his cousin because.
Yeah.
I mean.
Like attracts like. So you tend to.
Because they just went here to Siegel High School, and I'm like, shut up, Cole.
Right.
Look at this girl. And he's like, no.
Yeah, you should probably, they used to make you do blood tests before you got married. They probably should do DNA now.
You had to do blood tests before you got married?
Yeah. I don't even know why. Why did they do that? We should probably Google it. I think my mom had to do it.
Really?
Yeah. Let me Google it.
Damn, I bet my mama had her finger pricked all the time.
No, they probably kept it on file. They're like, repeat offenders.
I never heard that before.
Yeah.
Maybe to make sure you didn't have an STD?
No, it probably is so you're not cousins. Let me see.
I bet it's STD.
To get married.
Look, we're all like
34 states in 1980, 34 states required a blood test for syphilis before a couple could get married.
That's what I said.
Yes. So now only the District of Columbia and Montana mandate one.
Oh.
Damn.
What exactly is syphilis?
Isn't that the one that eats your brain? Yeah. Right, exactly.
It eats your brain?
Yeah, I think so. Syphilis.
Oh, I thought it just eats your crotch.
No.
I didn't know it didn't. I mean, is it an STD or no?
I mean, you will have rectal lining inflammation. Let's see.
I'm being serious. Is it an STD?
What?
Syphilis.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm so confused.
Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure it's like brain eating.
If untreated.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like every time I see like someone who's like a paraplegic, I'm like, Dr. House can fix it with one injection.
My mom loved that show.
Yeah, it causes permanent paralysis, dementia, and death if it's untreated.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. So, because I think dementia is like that too. It's like your brain shrinks. It's like the
Wrap it up, boys. Wrap it up.
That's exactly right. Yeah, and I think it's worse in women. Usually, most things are.
Like I'm an expert on it.
Let's see. I think it is worse in women. That's funny.
My body count is not high.
That's funny.
Like Tom's defending himself over there. And we're just looking at him.
I should probably looking at Trent. Trent, have you done your studies on the syphilis outbreak in Murfreesboro?
I hope there's not a syphilis outbreak.
His podcast is Spread the Positive.
Spread the syphilis.
I'm too clingy to be a whore.
Yeah.
You like me.
I'm too lazy.
Can't wait, y'all. Oh, my God.
So anyways, yeah, you used to have to do a blood test to get married.
Well, you were right.
Yeah.
Score one for Ashley.
Yes, ding.
Can we get some applause?
Look, I am full of useless knowledge. Now, if you ask me where Croatia is, no clue. Okay, so where's Croatia, actually? I didn't even know where. Oh, crap. What was it? I thought it was in Canada. It's in Russia. Moscow. Right. Yeah. See, that's never came up for me. I
mean, I'm not very good at
geography.
Yeah.
I thought it was in Canada, but Moscow.
Or history, or.
And here's the thing. On the way up here, I'm not a deeply religious person, but I do pray. And I just said, thank you, God, for letting us have this opportunity to make people laugh, because this world that we're living in right now is scary as shit. And so many things are uncertain right now, and who knows what tomorrow is going to bring. And we want to pray for Israel because that's insane and awful. But in this world, I'm forever grateful that we're able to do this, where we can just just lighthearted banter back and forth and bullshit and make people feel like they're normal. Because if you feel like you're crazy, you're not. You're normal. And we're really, really blessed to have this platform, and we're blessed to have this opportunity.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Speaking of platforms, Coats for Kids.
Okay.
I've started the Coats for Kids.
Good for you.
Because last year I did it the day before, and I figure I probably.
So one kid got a coat?
No, I raised $600 in one day.
Oh, it's a dollars thing. I thought it was coats.
Well, I bought the coats, but I sent. Well, first of all, Cassie is the one who signed us up for the Coats for Kids. We didn't really know what we were doing,
right?
And so then we're like, Dixie and I were like, well, you've got to take a coat, right? I mean, It's a donation, and Cassie's like, we'll just stop and get one on the way.
Yeah.
So I was like, no, the whole point is to see how many coats you can get. So I sent out a message and ended up getting like $608 from all my friends. Had to go to Walmart and buy all the coats.
Yeah, that's great.
And then, so this year I was like, we'll start early. And then that way. But I put like an Amazon list with coats on there so people can just buy the coats and ship them to the house.
That's nice.
Yes. And so I want to find Trent, because we're starting now doing this. I just don't, because Coats for Kids is in Chattanooga. And so I'm going to go do some there. But I also put on there that if anybody had any gently used coats, gloves, hats, we could do the homeless shelters around here. And then we could also do some of the new coats for somewhere up here. We'll find something.
Yeah.
So
that's
it's not all a Chattanooga thing, even though we live Chattanooga. But
yeah,
we live Murfreesboro and Columbia too.
That's right.
Summertown. Where do you live?
Columbia.
Murfreesboro, Columbia, Summertown. I don't know.
Mostly Centerville's where I do my
we
stuff.
have everywhere kids need coats. So
well, speaking of which, and I'm not telling you this to toot my own horn, but like in 2012, a lady put on Facebook that I know that she needed some Christmas presents for her kids, and they were older and they couldn't make it on the angel tree. And I may have already talked about.
How we at already at 10 minutes? We got 15 minutes because you interrupted 5 of ours.
This much, but so I put on Facebook and was like, "Hey, this mom needs help." So this turned into like 4 people like getting together, and we got this woman a really nice Christmas for her kids. So I started this thing called Big Kids Need Love Too, because usually after like age 12 they can't go on the angel tree anymore. And so I think I've told this on the podcast that my mom called the angel tree and cussed them out because they couldn't provide me Christmas at 14 years old. Like, it wasn't her damn fault. But anyways, and some woman come out of the woodwork and bought me a bunch of Christmas, and I'll never forget that. I will never forget that she didn't have to do that because I didn't actually make it onto the angel tree. So I started like Big Kids Need Love Too, and like the first year I got like 6 kids and donations came in, but the most that we've had is like 16 kids.
Yeah.
And we have the most awesome clients because they to this day, even though we don't really do it anymore because it kind of got to where it was the same people all the time. And one of the rules of it is you can't use it every year because, people will take advantage. I'm from the trailer park. I know how this works.
Right.
So, and people are calling like, hey, can you get iPhones? Like, no, I don't even have an iPhone. So not getting your kid an iPhone. But anyways, people still to this day bring me money at Christmas and say, do something with it, and never fails. Somebody always falls into our lap that's like, I've got these 6 grandkids and I'm raising them. And I'm like, yeah, God knows that he steers them right to us. And we are like, here you go. But we've done that too we've done it since 2012, I believe. And it's been really, like, it was really successful when it was like booming, but it got so much that I couldn't do it all by myself. So my sisters kind of took over, especially now that I have the babies, like doing for people and people. But here's the thing, people, I know that when you're struggling, you're like, oh my God, there's help out there and people want to help. They just don't know how to help.
Yes.
So you have to network with people and you have to get to know people to get to know people to get to know people. So whether that be your local beauty shop or your pharmacy or whatever, tell people that you need help. I know it's a pride thing. I get it. We've all been there.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is people are willing to help, as myself. But if we don't know, we can't help you. So don't have a sleepless night to where, you don't know how you're going to feed your babies. Reach out because people would love to help. Like, I will help you. Had a mom on Facebook today that was like, oh, these people bought me some groceries, but she's a single mom and she's got a bachelor's degree, but she just fell on hard times. I'm like, girl, give me your Venmo. Like, I can throw you $25. It ain't much, but it's,
right.
Whatever. Like, people will help you. You just have to reach out. In that same breath, you can't be one that's always asking for help because that's where people get burnt out. And they're like, no, sometimes you have to get up and do things on your own. So if you don't hit a lick at shit and you're just like, I want people to give, you are the ones that burn people out that want to give. Yeah. Because it's usually the ones that need help don't ever reach out for help. But the ones that are just like, well, this is y'all's problem. No. I get up every day. My back hurts. My feet hurt. My leg hurts. My head hurts. And I do it. So the thing is, but if you need help and you seriously need help, like, reach out. People will help you. And it may not be money. They may give you whatever the thing is that you need or whatever.
Right.
But, and
yeah, so now we can just combine them and help everybody. Well, not everybody. But.
We do a coat drive at work, but it's for like the Cash Express or whatever does it. But they put a box up there. But I think it's the same little concept or whatever.
Well, I have the best group of friends. I mean, they really are amazing, and
That's
I can
awesome.
send stuff out, and they will help do whatever.
That's awesome.
And so I think Trent and I talked last year. People like to help; they just don't know where to help.
That's exactly. They don't, and they don't want to be taken advantage of.
They have somebody else doing the work, then they don't mind.
Which is exactly why our people walk in, hand us money, and walk out.
But I'm telling you, I did that Amazon thing because I don't want to be at Walmart and JCPenney trying to find coats.
Well, and I did it, and let me say this: one time. I didn't even Christmas shop for my own kids because I had 13 kids to do for this Big Kids Need Love too, and I had all this money, and I had this divvied out, like each kid got X amount of money, and I'm at Walmart and Ross and TJ Maxx and trying to find 5X clothes, and then Jessica texts me and says, the mom's at Olive Garden right now, and I'm like, maybe she got a gift card, let's give her the benefit of the doubt, and then the next day it's she's in Panama City, and I'm like, I'm literally out here at 10 o'clock at night. I've worked all day. And like, this is the type of people that burn me out because I had done her several years in a row, because she asked and it's her kids. And the thing was, okay, whatever, we'll squash that. But when Christmas morning came, because I wrap all my presents so that you can't just like take it back or whatever, all of the presents that her kids had in front of them, none of them were from me. None of them. And I'm like, this is how people get tired of helping people is because they get taken advantage of. So you have to say at some point, like giving to homeless people, like I'll give to homeless people even if I don't care if you're going to buy crack or whatever. I've done my part. What you do with it is on you. You got to answer for that. I don't have to answer for your sins. So whatever. My heart was good when I gave it to you. But at the same time, I am stressed out over your kids' Christmas when all in all, they had a good Christmas and you were just being selfish. So I get it. Yes. People don't trust, and I don't blame them for not trusting. But seriously, reach out if you are in a bind and you're like, I don't know how I'm going to make this work. Reach out. People will help you. But you have to help yourself also.
You can send us an email and we'll see what we can do.
Yes.
Because we're all about helping people who help themselves.
Exactly.
But anyway, so we have the coat drive and we'll be raising money for Christmas.
Yeah, we've been talking about merch too. So
merch.
We'll probably get on that. Get some merch, some pre-sales out, and we'll be doing stuff. Let us know what you think. We're on Instagram, Barbara Jean and Wanda. We have Gmail, Barbara Jean and Wanda @gmail.com. We're also on YouTube, Barbara Jean and Wanda. It will be mine and Kila's face. So if you see it, I'm on TikTok as Trailer Park Chronicles, and Kila's on TikTok at, is it My Lost and Found?
My Lost and Found Sisters.
My Lost and Found Sisters. You can find us on any of those platforms.
But we're fixing to do a TikTok together.
Yes, and we need to do a Facebook too. But I'm on Facebook as Ashley J. Lamar, so you can also reach me there.
Yes.
I'm not hard to find, literally. My shirt's from Temu, so it's probably has a tracking device in it. So just holler at the headquarters of Temu. They'll tell you exactly where I'm at. Usually on my couch. But anyways, we love y'all, and give us some subject.
Feedback.
Yeah, we want feedback, and we want what do y'all want to hear? What do y'all want to hear? I know y'all want to hear some more trailer park stories. I'm going to have some more of those. I'm actually going to a Halloween party this weekend, and it's a trailer park Halloween party. So I'm going as Trailer Park Barbie, and my husband's going as Trailer Park Ken, and the host is wearing a food stamp. So we are sure to have some.
I want to come.
Come. It's open. Invitation. It's a sisters / trailer park party. We used to host it, but we don't host it anymore.
Oh, look, she's having parties, not even inviting us.
Well, y'all are not going to drive to Centerville, but anyways, whatever.
Yeah, we would.
Let's go. I'm gonna give you the dates after this.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna get the deets, and we'll see you next week.
Yes, we love y'all. Remember, we can talk shit about our moms and our past, but no one else can. Have a great week.
Bye.
Bye.